Hi, my name is Ryan Lane, and welcome to my review channel. So for today's movie, I will be reviewing Blue Beetle, directed by Angel Soto and starring Zolo Marie Dueña, Damian Alcazar, George Lopez, and Susan Sarandon. So, this film tells the story of Jaime Reyes, played by Zolo Marie Dueña. He is a newly minted college graduate who has just returned to his hometown fictional city, aptly named Palmera City, which in Florida. And he has returned to discover the fact that his family has fallen on some hard times. The Reyes family is now facing rent gouging from the evil corporation aptly named Cord. His father has had a heart attack, and the auto shop they used to run is now closed. So, desperate to get some much needed dough for his family, Jaime goes to Cord for in the hopes of finding a job, and instead he walks out of the building with the Scarab, an alien piece of technology that binds to him and basically ends up giving him superpowers, complete with a suit that will protect him, even if it means causing a whole lot of property damage. So much property damage. Anyway, this doesn't exactly please the CEO, Victoria Cord, played by Susan Sarandon, and so Jaime finds himself teaming up with rebellious niece Jenny, played by Bruna Marquez, and his family in order to keep the Scarab from falling into the wrong hands. So writing-wise, this film borrows pretty liberally from prior comic book movies. Iron Man in particular. Everything from the nano suit technology to the evil corporation to the mentor family. Again, like I said, it's very familiar. Thankfully, the film compensates for this by giving the actors quippy dialogue, heartfelt moments, and fully fleshed out characterizations. For the protagonists, at least. The antagonists are another story, but I'll get to that in just a minute. The screenplay also manages to breathe pathos into even the most tropey of comic book tropes, with one character in particular eliciting a surprising amount of emotion that I was not expecting. I was like, oh, wow, this is hitting harder than I expected. Dang, good job, movie. So the performances are mostly solid, I would say. Zolo Marie Kenya, he leads the charge as Jaime, a college graduate who is desperate to try and bring his family out of poverty, and is very much has a Batman don't kill rule. Like, literally, his suit is like at almost every chance it gets, it's like eliminate threat. He's like, no. It like, imagine like the AI from Spider-Man Homecoming, but if it wanted to go activate instant kill mode like every other minute. It makes for one of the funnier running gags in the movie. The actors charged with portraying the rest of the Reyes family, they are very well done, and I believe that they were a family. That, they bickered, they squabbled, they care for each other, and they, roast each other endlessly and tease each other about crushes. It's very well done. Notable performers of the Reyes family include George Lopez as Rudy, a crazy uncle, or as Jaime likes to call him, Mexican Doc Brown. He makes a very noble impression and gets some pretty solid dialogue to work with. Also, Adriana Barraza does a good job of portraying Nana, a grandma with a literally rebellious past. So, some really fun stuff there. But, however, the antagonists, they don't fare quite as well. Susan Sarandon does an okay job as the evil CEO, but she too often she's saddled with dialogue that has been ripped out of other films involving evil comic book CEOs. I mean, when the film focuses on a relationship with Ignacio, her performance gets a bit more interesting, but otherwise, it's mostly just cliched dialogue for her at times. And then there's Ignacio, played by Raul Trujillo. He fares a little bit better, I would say, as a former guerrilla soldier turned cyborg. And personally, I'd say his dialogue is a little he's a more interesting character. Feeling conflicted, but between his loyalties. But again, in addition to being saddled with cliche dialogue at times, he's forced to act through a palette swapped version of the Blue Beetle's costume. And so it just sort of falls into the whole, oh, I'm the superhero, but I'm evil and I have a same costume with a practically similar power set. So, yeah, it's a bit of a mixed bag there. So the action scenes are very well done. Like they employ dynamic camera work and use some very well done one shot sequences. It's not exactly Children of Men, but they're still well done and give some nice fluidity to the action sequences without resorting to that cheap, fake Warner a la, say, films like the Extraction series. Plus, the visual effects used to bring to life the tools the Reyes family uses when they join the fight are very entertaining to watch. So I enjoyed that there. So, though it's hardly the most original take on the superhero origin story, Blue Beetle is nevertheless a welcome addition to the comic book canon thanks to heartfelt performances and fun action sequences. So, with all that in mind, I will be giving Blue Beetle 3.5 out of 5 stars. Anyway, thank you for watching. Have a good rest of your day. If you like this review and would like to see more like it, be sure to like and subscribe and leave a comment down below. And for today's comment section prompt of the day, what is your favorite superhero origin story movie and why?